JDs and Littlemen, welcome back to the channel. Switching up my routine today, wanting to upload a little bit more on YouTube now and focus more on the content side of things. Today, we are going to talk about the future of Apex Legends. As I had seen this come up on my page yesterday, the EA CEO says Apex Legends will expand beyond the traditional Battle Royale universe later this year. The next phase will then be, how do we think about more modalities of play? I hope I said that right. How do you expand beyond the traditional Battle Royale universe? And we'll start to see that in the coming year. Directly from EA CEO himself talking about this game, which is pretty much their bread and butter of how they make all of their money, in my honest opinion. I'm assuming Apex is probably like 40 to 50% of it. Don't quote me on that. I could be horribly wrong, but I'm not going to be surprised if it's like that. If it's closer to 50%, I'm just not going to be surprised. I still have a lot of faith for this game. I really do. The future is very bright for this game. This could go very far, and they have a lot of things that they can just implicate into the game, like an anti-cheat, by the way, which we need to get a really good one, please and thank you. That will expand the universe like they're talking about, and probably just the player base in general, bringing a lot of people from other games, and let's be honest, essentially stealing some game modes from other people. I think we should do it. Personally, I genuinely think we should do it. Along with that news, Respawn are making a new game set in the Titanfall universe with Titanfall game director Steve Fukuda leading the development. It is not Titanfall 3 though, per Jeff Grubb and Game Mess Mornings. So I was excited for like 1 minute. For like 1 minute, I was really excited, thinking it could be a Titanfall 3 game, and then I read that, and I got a little sad. I feel like Titanfall got a bad ending to its series. It's really depressing as to how Respawn and EA played out. Pretty much just going from like multiplayer campaign in Titanfall 2 to just wiping the project, essentially, giving us a third game, which just, it would have been amazing. Oh, it would have been amazing. Which Titanfall 2's release was very bad timed. It was right around when a Call of Duty released, and obviously there was not like a lot of hype around Titanfall 1. There was Titanfall fan base, obviously. There was a lot of Titanfall fans. But back in that time when Titanfall 2 released, there was a lot more Call of Duty fans because the game wasn't dying out just yet and people weren't getting too upset about it at that time. So just really bad timing for Titanfall to come out. Along with the Battlefield game, I think, that came out around that time. I could be wrong about that. Someone can fact check me in that in the comment section. But Titanfall 2 was released around in a bad time for its time. If they would have released it a few months earlier or later, probably would have done a lot better. We probably would have got a Titanfall 3, but we didn't. And it's very depressing. Call me crazy. I would love to see a Apex Legends like TV series of some sort. I know we would never get it. I know we would never get it. I think it'd be kind of cool. It'd probably be awful. Like, in all reality, let's be honest. It'd probably be really bad. I would still watch it though, just to do it, because I do like Apex. It's fun. Anything Apex related, I do want to try and enjoy and watch. But it would probably be genuinely terrible. Something I think that they could really do that could just genuinely boost some of the player base and just make it just a lot better, and just bring like new people to the game, is just constantly have better spread of game modes involved. This page right here, I think we can expand on just a little bit. Obviously, keep duos and trios. I say any takeovers you separate into a different category, because people get tired of takeovers. They genuinely do. So you have pubs with a takeover or in a special event going on at that time. Keep ranked right here, obviously. This mixtape mode, I think you expand it, and I think you turn it into being able to play the 3 game modes that are in there all separately. And if you want to do a randomizer, there could be a point where you could click, okay, I want to play all 3. I want you to just put me in the random lobby, whichever one you get first, or I only want to play team deathmatch, or I only want to play control, which is like domination and Call of Duty, and just go ahead and steal different ideas from other people. I'm sorry, but it can't be hard to take like Hardpoint and put it in a very smaller map base, or even a little bit of a bigger map base, like Thunderdome. Put a Hardpoint in there, put 5 objectives in there, and run it. Capture the flag, an oddball, some mixtape like party game, like Halo. I mean, you could literally expand upon that right there alone and just run with it. We don't just need 3 game modes: gun run, TDM, and control. I'm sorry, it's been here for a while. I'm sure a lot of people are getting old of it. A lot of people don't even probably touch the mixtape mode because they got tired of it. I can see it being very good though. I'd say make a small development team making smaller base maps completely for the mixtape mode alone. I'd say give like team deathmatch and control like custom classes that you can actually go and level up in its own separate entity itself, and unlock like red dots, the hollows, the 1 to 2 times, the 2 times. Same thing for all the SMGs, all the ARs, all the snipers, all the shotguns, all the LMGs. I mean, I'm sorry, but you can do a lot with that game mode and make it a lot better. I'm being honest, you may as well rip Call of Duty's like progression system and just put it into your own mixtape. You already have the name, just put it and implement it. It would do good. I genuinely think that. I'd hope it'd do good. And what I've been preaching for this entire time, as you can see, this gigantic space over here, it's just empty. It's just empty. Move practice and firing range right over here on this empty spot. Right where the firing range spot is, put a rotating, fun game mode in, like 3 strikes. What's another one? Like the old Halloween mixtape modes where it was like zombies and stuff like that. Just put that in, and also throw arenas in there somewhere, because I think a lot of people do miss arenas. I feel like a lot of people probably have stopped playing this game a very long time ago when arenas went away. I have no idea. I can't tell you if that's true or not, but I think that alone would bring a lot more content to the game. It would give more grinding to the game. I feel like it would just make the game more fun. I genuinely do. Hopefully that's some things that they're actually talking about, and if they take any of these ideas, which I know no one from EA is going to watch this video. If you do, I don't want any credit. I just want it to be a thing. I want that to be a thing. I want 2 different mixtape modes. One mixtape mode being like TDM, hardpoint, capture the flag, control. Dude, throw search and destroy in there for some reason. Throw oddball. I mean, just throw in a bunch of mixtape modes that we can select from or hit random on like you can do in Call of Duty and just play anything you want. And then make another mixtape mode. Make it pretty much fun and enjoyable game modes that you have created. 3 strikes, for example. Rotate it in with any other current or new game modes you're going to make in the future. And make it like an hour rotation, hour and 30-minute rotation. Just do the same thing that you do for pubs. Rotate the maps as you rotate the game modes. I'm sorry, it cannot be that hard. It genuinely cannot be that hard to do that. I have high hopes for this game to actually stay alive and go the distance. I really do. I just want them to implement some of these things because it would only benefit the game. Some of y'all might have to work some long hours at EA, and I'm so sorry for that in advance, but I really do think it's gonna help this game. If you have any game modes you would like to see in this game, please leave it down in the comment section. Let's have a conversation down there. Get crazy with it. Make up your own game modes. I mean, dude, you can do so much with this game, and you can still be like a battle royale at its heart and core, and you can just expand on it. You can expand on it. And I hope and pray the other multiplayer game that they're making, hopefully it's a multiplayer game, that EA and Respawn are making is pretty much like a Titanfall multiplayer that we never got. And I'd be happy. I'd be happy. That's all I'm going to say. I'd be happy.